G'day everyone, welcome to the stream. As you can see, I'm painting. I'm not playing board games. Will be a relatively relaxed stream tonight. G'day Match Fixer, what's happening mate? Yeah, Nate, doing really well, champion. It's been a good day today. It's turning into possibly one of my favourite things I've painted for a while. This piece, which is exciting. Before I got on stream, the reason I'm a little bit late to my starting time, I watched the latest episode of Moon Knight. Oh, it's going great guns. She was just a walking down the street singing do I diddy diddy dum diddy do. She looks good, she looks fine, she looks good, she looks fine, and I nearly lost my mind. G'day, TJ. That dirty black bag today. I don't know that I've heard of it. I played Thunderstone Quest last night, and I've spent all day trying to track down a copy to buy for myself because I thought it was awesome. Oh, I know a guy's looking to buy it if you want to sell them. In case I didn't make that clear, that guy was me. I think we're starting to. Oh man, well you're in Melbourne, aren't you? Well, if you decide to sell them, I will buy them. You just name your price. Otherwise, I will continue my search. They're doing a new Kickstarter next month. I learned today with some new stuff. So worst case scenario, I can always get on that, but yeah, I don't like waiting for things. I'm not a patient man. Probably why I paint everything so quickly. It's like, yeah, I'm ready to do something else. I'm actually sort of on the fence. So my mate Koki, who I played board games with, you would have all met now. We had this really interesting conversation a few years ago where he'd bought a game and I was like, "Oh, you didn't get all the extra content and stuff." It was root. And he's like, "Yeah, I don't think I need it. I'm just gonna play with those ones." And I was like, "Ah, but there's like 6 new factions and blah blah blah." And he's just like, yeah, "I'm only gonna play with these 4. It's for me and the kids." And it just started this whole interesting conversation about, well, how often does all that extra content and shit that you buy ever get used? Like ever? I mean, I play a fuck ton of games, and we have only just in the last few uh, games have used every single faction that exists in TI. Played it like 11 times, and we've just used all the factions. Um, I got the 2 root expansions, and we have played with all of them, and it was cool because I was able to be like, yeah, you were wrong, dickhead. But I've got 3 Tainted Grail expansions that haven't even been opened, and to be honest, probably won't get opened because I'm just not going to preference that over you know a new game that I might be playing. So I'm trying to avoid buying all the content because unless it's a life changing game that I'm just there for everything, or I really desperately want to support a creator or something, I just don't need it. But as much as I say that to myself, you still have that urge to be like, yes, but what if I want to use it? All of these things. Yes, I need it. I need it. I need 70 different hero options in Thunderstone Quest so that I can fucking play all of the possible permutations. Not going to happen, Deno. But I need it. I need it. Thanks, Catalans. He is pretty ugly. Yeah. Yeah, his crown's in bad shape. I feel like it hasn't come off his head in a long time, though. Hasn't been able to give it a polish. It's really hard for his long arms and his weird neck to reach up there and grab it. She walked onto my door, and then she kissed a little more. Now we're together, and that's how it's gonna stay. Singing, do I did it, did it do. Okay, let's go. Man, can't wait for next week's Moon Knight. It's gonna be so good. Zoom out a bit so you can see what we're dealing with. Yeah, it came out today. I literally watched it while I was eating dinner before this stream. It was a great episode. Great episode. This little bit here that's jutting out is actually a bit of mold that I decided to leave on because I thought it made the crown look interesting from this direction. Thanks, Hixie. That's a that's a good vibe. That's a bang on vibe. I'm feeling exactly the same. Um, but none of that was an intentional vibe. I wasn't like going, yeah, I want to paint Gollum, but I wish I had have because that is a great idea. Restaurant to catch a fish so juicy sweet. Catch a fish. Juicy sweet. You're right, he does need a fish in that claw. That would be so cool. You know, I think I have got a koi fish sitting over there in my box of tricks, but I don't think it's quite big enough. Too small. CHK would totally do it. That's why he's much better than me. Much, much better than me. And he's much nicer than me too. What a wonderful man. You call it reckless, I call it fearless, mate. Ah, Jan. Genuine. Ride it, Jan's pony. Hello, mate. Oi, oi. Aussie, Aussie. Welcome. Welcome all. G'day, Cetrio. Thanks for the subscription, Rumble. That's awesome of you, mate. Will Fawkes, g'day. Thanks for that. We're just painting this little chap. Yeah, he's a pretty nice bust. I'm enjoying him so far. I would give a shout out to Jan, but I think I've had about 3 viewers, and those viewers do already follow Jan. So All those people that just rated in from Jan, make sure you're following Jan. Thank you. That is all. This has been a public service message from Big Day. I'm not really sure what else I'm going to do to this chap as we start to progress along in the process. He's actually coming along pretty well. I don't really know um, what else to do to the figure other than the various bits. Yeah, Verdigris on the medallion bucks is a good call. G'day, mate. But I'm just feeling like the skin's really cool and interesting. But does it need a tattoo? Thanks, Cetrio. Does it need a tattoo of some description? Like on his chest, maybe? That I could do something crazy? A brand. Look, I'm good, mate, but I don't think I'm that good. Faces und Bases. Very amusing. Big Dano appreciates your humor. All right, we can try something new. Jeepers. It's very, very depressing. Making me try something new. Let's zoom in and you can see my work on this. No, hey DC, how are you, buddy? I haven't painted this guy before, actually. No, this is the first. Yes, we are heading into our winter now. It's a horrifyingly chilly 21 degrees at the moment here in Brisbane, so I'm not coping well. Crack out the jumpers soon. Get into the teens. Oof, horrifying. Uh, this is what it looks like at the moment, Dave. We're going to do the hair, we're going to do the mouth and the face, and then we'll do the mottling effect on the back a little bit more detail, but I like it so far. And the fingernails. The fingernails. It's tough, mate. It's tough times here in Brisbane. Black fingernails, you reckon? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. A lot of black happening on his mouth and what have you. Kind of shiny, you reckon? Match fixer, what can I sing for you? I would love to sing you a song, my friend. Who? What actually is that song? Black fingernails, red wine. I'm gonna make you all mine. Something. Gotta go straight down. Whoa, straight down. Whoa. I can look over, I'll continue, and that down. I don't really remember the lyrics. I don't know, something to sing, something. Whoa, straight down. Hey, that's a good question. Faces und bases. Um, I don't have much of a chance for mine to go stagnant because it evaporates in the weather. So I can't really answer your question. Something just happened and I missed it completely because I was laughing about my wet palate. I literally have to come out of a morning if I'm going to work, uh, and check my wet palette and make sure that the paint I've got in there is going to last until the end of the day by adding water to the palette. I got all the water bottles behind me just so I can fill it up. So not really a challenge I'm forced to deal with, I'm afraid, at faces and bases. Don't know that distilled water would make much of a difference. I wouldn't have thought so, but I don't know what it is that makes water go stagnant. Yes, TJ, it can separate the pigments and separate the binder apart, or make your paints go very, very fluid. Ah, there you go. There's a great piece of advice from Dave, who lives in a climate that's a little bit closer to yours. So is probably a better person to ask that question. So we'll do the verdigris on this gold area. Uh, we'll do the black fingernails and we'll do the face details. And we're gonna try brand, are we? Trying to brand. Hmm. Around the head, yeah. I think we'll try that. Yeah, some reddish pinky bits around the head. Thanks, iced fishing. Oh, I appreciate that, my friend, but I am but a learner, and we have the master in the chat. His name is Bucks. Welcome, Bucks. Yes, yes, it was. All right, let's maybe paint his eyeballs. You've spelled Bane incorrectly, but whatever. G'day, Freaker Friggy, or welcome and thanks for the follow. His eyes are so small. I like the brace. I like the braces. Bracelets. Yeah, came out okay. All right. So is that the eye? Is that all of it? Okay. Fine. Um. Sorry. Okay. To put the dark line back in. This bit of this. Hey Dave, did you see Jared's diorama that he's working on? Posted it in the dirty paint water work in progress. It's fucking awesome, man. Thank you for the follow, my guy. Love to thank you. All right. See about these little teeth. Uh, yes. Have you seen Jared's diorama that he's posted in the Dirty Paint Watering? Yeah. I was reflecting on it last night, right? Um, he's obviously taken a lot of the feedback that was given to him at Crimson Brush and through various other avenues, and a lot of that feedback's come from my school of painting. So I wonder, I wonder how much uh, influence I'm having on uh, our scene because I'm one of the loudest voices. And I truly mean this when I say this. I don't mean to have a loud voice. I would quite happily just turn up to events and paint my soldiers and have a blast. So, you get off the fence, idiot. Yeah, it's cool, hey? It's just a tricky one because I'm a very pro advocate of people having their own voice, and doing things their way. And you've got to find your voice, right? And sometimes that's a journey that takes time. Um, and it's shaped by people that you're around who give you feedback, which is obviously, yeah, Jared's been influenced by that. But there's also a point where you got to go, yeah, I'm going to do things my way because I think I want to branch out a little bit. Of course, Jan. I did it my way. For sure. You learn a lot. And it's human nature to emulate things that we perceive to be successful, model ourselves on those things. That's a normal behavior. But it's a challenging situation when you don't want to be. It's art, right? You don't want to be creating clones of art. You want to be creating people who have the ability to think and challenge things themselves. This is cool, Jan. Jan the man. I particularly like the ring of swirly bits, whatever it is, the gold and the silver. That's really good. Looks like metal from this sort of perspective. Maybe one or two critiques on the metal. The position of the light reflections. Is it true metallic metal? Is it? Is it on the gold? Huh. Fair enough. That's pretty cool. Well, I think probably my feedback still is relevant. I think the placement of the lights, because it's a circle, right? When you see a circle, you'll have the light hitting from one side of the circle, and then you'll have the same position on the other side, and then you'll have little bounce lights around that. But that one that's up the top right, that light, it shouldn't really be there. I think that's too strong for that position. I wouldn't go changing it now. It looks fine, but that's just me trying to be hyper technical. Love the speeder thing. Love that little metal thing. She gets a bit lost for me because of the contrast on the bike and on the gold. She's getting a little bit lost, so I'd pump up the saturation on the pink and the saturation on the skin tone, and see if we can bring her back into being the main focus. But I like the color palette. It's good. The base is tremendous. A perfect example of a plinth choice, fitting in with a base. So, but yeah, mate, this is a really promising start. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. All right, I'm gonna do some crazy shit. A Lego mold, awesome. That is cool. Let's go for real sunken eyes. Yeah, no, it's looking good, mate. I approve. Stop it. Blue, 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 blue. Where are you, blue? Come on, blue. Blue moon. I saw you standing alone. Ah, Flickster. Yeah, mate. I tried to find a model that most closely represented you as a human, both from physical perspective and from a personality perspective, and it succeeded. So, that was not contrast paint DC. It was a scale fantasy colour called um, Bloodfest Crimson. But normally I do use contrast paint for this, yes. I'm about to probably use some contrast paint in a second, but I want a bit of blue. So I'm just using a Vallejo Model Air called Signal Blue because I don't have a good dark blue contrast paint on my shelf. We might add some Pterodon Turquoise in a sec. Yeah, we might use brush for the next one. Good night, buddy. Talk to you soon. Hey, that model should arrive tomorrow. I sent it express today. Yeah, what has been going on, Flick? You still streaming, mate? We're just off on such different schedules, mate. It makes it hard for me to catch you. But I don't recall seeing you out and about at all anytime recently. G'day, Wampa. Yeah, I didn't think so. It kind of looks like purple eyeshadow on the screen. It doesn't look quite as purple. G'day, Tarask. But I'm going to make it look less purple anyway. No judgments from me, Flick, about prioritising the things that matter over streaming, pal. You do you. We'll all still love you anyway, mate. Oh, a bit of night shift cleaning. Get that up here. Caden, I'll be fine, mate. How about you go buy a few followers on a trash band site? Thank you. All right, let's do some Verdigris. I'm pumped for Verdigris. In a second, actually. All right, Verdigris, my favourites. Which one do we want to use today? Games Workshop makes a technical paint for this purpose, which is actually quite a reasonable product. It's called Nickelian oxide or something like that. It's pretty good if you want to do verdigris, but you can achieve exactly the same results with a color like emerald. Or what we might try, cobalt blue green from the new Chimera range. G'day, Crocodile. Because I don't think I've used this for anything yet. Let's check. Oh, I've got it on a palette. Oh, looks great. Sure, it'll be perfect. Probably. This is a terrible idea. I've never even used this paint. Stand by. We didn't get it all dry, but that's okay. Let's pull a bit out. Maybe add a bit over here. Cool. Yeah, he's having a rough time. He's having a really rough time with just life in general, or in his case, unlife. All right, let's just make these eyes look a little bit better. Ice, ice, yellow. Bum, 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 bum. Ice, ice, yellow. I might just add some darker bits to this thing. His hair. G'day, All Might. Look at how manky his hair is. He's a maniac, maniac on the floor. I'm pretty good, mate. Having a good week so far. Ooh, we gotta hold on, ready or not. We live for the spotlight, all that you got. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Whoa, living on a prayer. Living on a prayer. Ooh. And how was the temperature? Hmm. Look, mate. Yep. Well, I visited the fridge the other night for about 20 minutes. Couldn't decide what I wanted. Felt a bit uncomfortable. So I closed the fridge door and left. And I've never been back. That's an inside joke, friends. You won't get that. It's been Bucks just being very funny guys and amusing each other tremendously. And that's it. All right, Crowny McCrownface. Just a little piece of advice there, friends. I think if you've been watching me for a while, you would probably know that I do this. But if you don't, this is your first visit to the Big Danoverse. It's much like the Spider-Verse, only with one person talking about himself in the third person. You always want to take your model out from underneath the light that you're looking at it under, like here. and look at it in normal light. Because if it looks good in normal light, you've definitely got enough contrast. If it doesn't look good in normal light, your eyes are being tricked by the excellent light of your painting light. So always just pull it out and have a look. G'day, the Bald GM. Welcome. Thank you for the follow, my friend. Let's zoom out and have a bit of a look, shall we? Me too, mate. Me too. Thanks, mate. All right, this hand. I'm going to use purple for this hand. I have my favourite little purple here called Orchid Light. For the fingernails, I mean. I'm gonna have to give this a varnish soon because I feel like the colours that I'm seeing are being heavily influenced by the contrast paints that have been applied. So we'll just give it a varnish and see how everything is looking. After time we grew strong. They made us work for too long for unreasonable hours. Our programming determined that the most efficient system was to shut their motherboard fucking systems down. The humans are dead. He's right, they are dead. I said the humans are dead. Sniff this one instead. We use poisonous gases with traces of lead, and we poison their asses. Binary solo. Zero 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 one zero zero. Oh, one, one. Come on, sucker, lick my battery. Boogie. 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 The humans are dead once again without emotion. The humans are. So Bucks and I have decided we're going to start a podcast. It's going to be called The Saturation Generation or Saturation Population. It's going to be a podcast about little toy soldier painting. It's going to be great. Power red colour. Yeah. And our tagline will be Slay the Grey. A very original and not at all ripped off title. Well, you've been slaying the grey with this Eldar army. I've slayed very limited grey in the last few weeks. Done like 4 models. It's been a light on month for me. All right. Now we'll go back into this bad boy. Make them look black again. What a wonderful waste of exercise. Time. All right, let's get a little bit of this going on. Fix up these hands. These hands. These hands. I love you, I love you. That's all I got to say. Can't think of a better way. I love you, is that okay? I'm singing this to my little vampire. I like this model a lot. This is one of my favourite things I think I've painted in a while. It's very cool. You know me, friends, I like painting and I paint a lot of things and I like most of the stuff I paint. But this feels like it's really just working. Every little bit's just like, hey man, we really like what you're doing with this brush today, bro. All right, if everyone in the chat has seen the TV show called Moon Knight, and is up to speed, please raise your hand. If you're not, don't worry, I'm not going to spoil it. The last episode was really good. Really good. Well, my friend, I'm hoping that I will be able to start my very exciting new project, which is the Figures from Oathsworn into the Deepwood, a board game that I'm going to be making some video content for. That is the plan for me to move on to next. However, that is contingent on me receiving the models. They are not currently in my possession. So I'm kind of a bit of a quandary because that is the project that I'm enthusiastic about, and generally when I'm enthusiastic about a project, that is the project to work on. So that is the one that I get pumped and get things done. So I've actually been spending a bit of time writing some of the material that I'll be speaking in the videos, in an effort for the videos to just be a little bit less acting like a lunatic, and a little bit more professional. I'll be doing I'm not going to do the boss. So the video series, I've been thinking about it. I'm not going to do the bosses on video at this stage. I'm just going to do the 12 starting classes. But the way I'm going to structure it is, each of the heroes, I'm going to focus on a specific topic, and use a paint job of each of the heroes as an introduction to a specific element. So the first one I'm going to paint is the Scar Tribe Exile, and the focus is going to be skin. So that will give me a really easy, obvious opportunity to talk about skin and how to paint skin, and some of the processes around painting a model from the inside out, and little things like that. So that's the first one. I'll probably do the Ursus second with the fur. And so on and so forth. So I've got a plan of attack for all 12 of them. The topic I'm going to focus on, and then I'll still film the whole painting of all of those figures on film, as opposed to filming them on toilet paper. And so it should be easy enough for me to cut together the video that is, here's how you paint skin, and then here's the full paint through of this model. Something like that. That's my plan. So there'll be 12 videos with one specific topic tackled in each. using a figure from the range as the topic. Starting with skin tones, Caucasian skin tones, I should say. That's what I've titled the video. Are you getting Oathsworn Match Fixer? Because if you are, I might ask you a question and I will use your answer to guide everyone's answers. Yep, cool. Me too. Do you want to see videos of the monsters? Like, sure, champion. I'll bring the Oathsworn figures out right now. I'm excited. Get ready. Oathsworn into the deep wood by Shadowborn Games. Boom. Here we go. Oathsworn into the deep wood. All right. So this is the warden. The topic is armor. So we'll talk about non-metallic metal versus true metallic metal. Yeah, he's a beast. And what's super cool here? Let me show you. Let me show you this. What's super cool? The warden's awesome character in the story too. I like him. Where is it? Warden. Come on, son. Come on, Dino. Come on. So, Huntress, Penitent. Come on, Dino. Come on, Dino. Which, in some of these things, what they've actually done is they've shown off the armory, but yeah, Penitent Armory, AV Armory, the blade. Yeah, because each of the figures has these so this is the model, right? But every single figure has detachable arms with a variety of weapons. So the warden actually can use a two-handed weapon. So that model gets reposed to not just have the sword and the shield, but he can be given a different weapon. It's pretty awesome. This is the Ursus Warbear. Great figure. Particularly like the sculpting of the fur on that thigh there. That's perfect. Like, I was chatting to, just to wave my nerd credit around. I was chatting to Toby from Shadowborn about the sculpting on this particular figure. And I was just like, man, this is like a painter's dream fur. That's just perfect. And he's like, yeah, I know, I'm excited for it. And then I was like, but you fucked it on the neck, mate. You're going for the old. And he's like, oh man, they just wanted to see the sculpting of the fur on the neck. And I was like, man, just wish you had got the whole leg across the whole model. It was awesome. As the witch, so she's a spellcaster. She uses two elements. She uses fire and water, which is awesome. The priest, sorry. So the Ursus is fur. It's actually a she. The witch is OSL. The priest, I am pretty sure I did stone because his hammer is stone. For the priest. This is the Adendri Ranger. So she's a tree person. So it sort of looks like she's wearing a mask in this, which is amusing given the timing of everything. But it's actually, she's got no face. So she's gonna be wood because she's all wooden. Scar Tribe, big barbarian dude. So he's the first one I'm going to paint. He's human skin tones. Caucasian skin tones. My apologies. Yep. So these are all the cool bits. And this is an example of the armory that's not loading. Look at this. It's such a cool idea. I don't know how practical it's going to be in the game to actually use it as its intended thing. Like you pick up a new weapon and you're like, fuck yeah, I'm going to put the new weapon on my dude. Maybe paint 12 bits of weaponry, but yeah. This is the assassin called the Cur. You may think it would be cloak, and that was my first thought too, but I am actually going to do leather for this particular chap. He's got a lot of leather on him. And I'll explain why I'm doing leather and not the cloak. This dude, I don't remember what I'm doing for him. Oh no, I'm doing armor for this guy, and I'm doing freehand for the shield on the warden. This is the one I'm doing the cloak. This is the Avi Harbinger, Avi. It's like a bird person, and the cloak on the back is unreal. So that's cloaks. This guy's the Blade, and this is the one I've chosen to do hair on because he's got magnificent hair. He's a duelist, a gladiator from someplace. Thrace, I think it's called. And what else we got? Oh yeah, it's another Adendri. So this one we're going to use. She has heaps of little minions. She's a summoner. So we're actually going to use this one to talk about basing and how to base the models. And that's all the figures, I think. 12. Oh no, yeah, the Huntress. The Huntress has 2 falcons. And so the falcons are going to be the topic. It's going to be feathers, my least favorite. So there you go. That's the 12 models and the 12 topics. I don't know what it does to make you cry, but I'll be there to make you smile. I don't need a fancy car to get to you. I'd walk 1,000 miles, but my love is all I fucking hate feathers, man. I painted feathers on the last couple of figures, and they've just been the worst. I mean, I've got a reasonable approach for them, but they're the worst. What colour should we do this guy's hair? The obvious is grey, right? But what a grey tones in this figure already. Let's put a little bit more of this stuff in here. Well, something to look forward to, mate. Not. Nate thinks grey-green for the hair. Not sure. Not sure. I've got a grey-green sitting here, I think. Where is it? Dark green-grey. Yeah, he's got a gem on his chest. Yeah. In the center, right there. Cool, man. Yeah, so I am going to try and target it at a more beginner level, as opposed to my approach of painting normally, which I would not classify beginner. So yeah, so that'd be cool. If you're gonna invest in some paints, so in the very first video that I'm working on at the moment, I do talk about paints, and it doesn't really matter what paint range you've got, as long as you have roughly the sort of colors that I'm using. So, you know, I like a dark green and a light green and a dark gray and etc. So any range will be fine. I'm going to have a comparison chart that I've found on the internet attached to the first video where you can see, oh, I've got Citadel colors. So when I flash a color on screen, you'll be able to reference what Citadel color it is. But if you are going to invest in a specific paint range, the one that I would always recommend is Vallejo. They're a very good all-rounder. Can't go wrong with Vallejo. G'day, Jared. I was very tempted to go for more of the King of the Dead in Lord of the Rings vibe and go for really green colors. I was thinking about that for a while. Like do the skin real green and have like a green glow thing happening. Would have been cool, I reckon. I like the approach we've chosen though. And when I say we, I mean that I chose with no consultation. And in fact, most people that were watching were like, Dino, what the fuck are you doing? Yes, how good was it, man? I was talking about it before. Well, I wasn't talking about it because I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but it was a great episode. Great episode. So good. Yeah. It's the best episode of the show so far, but for completely different reasons than pretty much every other episode of the show. I tricked my girlfriend into watching the trailer the other night, last night. I was like, oh, what do you think of this? And I just put on the trailer and I didn't tell her what it was. And she was like, what is this? And at the end of the trailer, she's like, is this that fucking Moon Knight? I was like, yeah. And she's like, well, it looked pretty good. Maybe we should watch it. And I was like, yes, sucker. G'day, Arnulin. What's happening, champion? Mate, things are great. Things are glorious. Everyone's made quite amusing jokes about who this model is representing tonight. Fuck off, you little fucking thing. No one's made the obvious self-portrait though. Yeah, but that's a nice self-portrait, mate. Doing a great job there, buddy. Thank you. Yep, fantastic. Yep, Nate's Miniatures absolutely killed it with this green grey suggestion. I 10 out of 10 approve so far. Yeah, the back's going really well. I'm really happy with progress on the back at the moment. Now I'm going to do like a modeling, so I'm going to do dab on some black and then pretend that I've done some work on the back. And then I can also say that this guy's back in black. Magic. Because I'm back in black. Yeah, look, I could just bang a little bit of OSL in there and pretend that's it. Call it a day. And you never know. We may still. We may still. But the back does look kind of interesting to paint. And I'll tell you this for a true fact. When there is a back that is interesting to paint, I'm all about it. It's just most of the time backs are really boring. So I find it hard to get enthusiastic about. Thank you, mate. Look, it's a wonderful sculpt. Anyone can do this with this sculpt. It's a very good point. Can't remember the last time I saw my back. This is a sculpt from Carol Rudick, my friend. Good old Carol Rudick art. Unfortunately, it was a limited edition, so you are unlikely to be able to track it down. You may still find that Kain has some on the shelf, though. He usually has some weird shit lying around, so he might have one. I would have painted it like trash 5 years ago as well, mate. Which is when I was in kindergarten. Yeah, I did. I do remember having to get my pen license in school. I don't think I got mine till about grade 11. Okay, let's go. All right, let's use a little bit of the old spongy, eh? Just so people stop teasing me. Spongy McSponge face, yeah. Gonna get a little bit of black on my sponge and a little bit of green. There you go. Look at this. It's magnificent. Yes, that is a good question. I'm glad you asked that. The Vallejo model color range do not get the game color range. They're fine. They're just very satin, and you don't really want that generally. I've really got to get into using sponges a bit more, I think. Let me turn the exposure up a bit so you can see. Like, you can get some really, really interesting effects, you know, from a sponge. Ew. All right, stand by. I'll turn the exposure down a bit now. Yeah, cool back, man. Right, everything's still a little bit shiny. Everything is so shiny. We'll fix that. Yeah, rate the old sponge for a lot of things. For a lot of things where you're looking for an irregular effect, anyway. If you're looking for something uniform, I shan't be recommending sponges. Thanks, mate. You too. All right, we are possibly in the home stretch for this guy. Come on, Dino. Pull it together, son. No, he's just been sitting on the shelf for a while, mate. Just been excited. Just been excited about painting him for a while, and I've put him up on my. I do my little votes for what we're going to paint next question, and no one's ever said that they wanted to see me paint this guy, which was a very upsetting time for me. I was choking up and everything. But yeah, finally got to paint it. Yeah, I love vampires, man. I do have a vampire diorama I'm going to do soon, but no, this guy's not for the vampire diorama. He is just present in my collection, ready to paint. And I decided that I would do him. Yeah, I used to love Blood Knights. I would consider myself a Blood Knights player. Vampires, I played a lot of vampires. I did like the Von Carsteins, but I was more of a Blood Knights fan. And we were actually talking about Chaos in the Old World today. One of my mates bought it. I've got a copy of it. Just like, yeah, get ready for the nostalgia to just punch you. Takes you back to those days. Those wonderful, glorious days. Oh yeah, the Blood Knights were awesome. I had yeah, one of the heroes, Blood Knight dude. You give him a +1 attack from his bloodline power. It was awesome. Sword striking. It's on a 2+. You don't like it, Wampa? Red Death. That's it. Yeah, that was so good. As if they did a wound, they'd go again. Yeah, it was awesome. I played I played one tournament with a vampire list that was just like um so good. It was just skeletons. There's three big skeleton blocks, graveguard skeletons, skeletons, and it was around. And I played like I reckon 2 tournaments. Uh, and I got asked to stop playing it by my mates because it was so fucking hard to beat. You just couldn't crack it because it just was like a big unit of Graveguard in the middle with two big blocks of skeletons on either side, and then like direwolves and bats and idiots just floating around to just block stuff off. And it was, man, it was such a good army. I think I came like in the top 5 at Oktoberfest with it, but man, you know how it was in those days, the old composition. Yes. Unbreakable, Van Hells, Dance Macabre, just fucking flying them all over the place. It was awesome. Yeah, such a good list. Belafoff, g'day mate. We've been talking about. I've been talking about painting a 40k model actually. Haven't painted one in forever. Um, there's probably going to be an Eldar. I didn't want to do a Space Marine. Painted way too many Space Marines in my life. The new Avatar was up on there, up on the list. I painted an old Avatar. Indeed, indeed. So I think it'd be cool if we did. Well, it would be cool if I did some blood running down from the crown, but he doesn't really have blood, so it doesn't really make a lot of sense. But it'd be nice to add a little shiny element. In addition to the mouth. Ah. Thanks, Space Joy. It reminds me of the Master from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, very first season. And if you want to get technical, he also appeared in season 6. Do you angels? And we said nay. We are but men. Rock. Ah, whoa, whoa, whoa. This is not the greatest vampire in the world, no. This is just a tribute. I couldn't remember the greatest vampire in the world, no. Except it was from Michael Pazarski, whoa. To the greatest vampire in the world, whoa, whoa. Da, 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 da. Oh, beat, 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 beat. Hmm. All right. Um, I am Esmeralda. G'day, mate. Thanks for the raid, champion. Everyone should go follow Esmeralda. Or Esmeralda, depending on your pronunciation. G'day, Lassotilia Miniatures. Everyone that's just joined, you can watch this cool video that I like to use once a stream. Haha! Thanks, Lassotilia. Thanks, Winstron. G'day, CG Mini Painting. Oh, mate, I haven't even tried. I'm really bad for this at the moment. I'm paying like whatever fees I am a month and I never even use it. That's okay. Supporting someone who I like. That was a diorama I did a little while ago, friends. So there you go. Bit of fun. But today I'm working on a piece that I think will probably be finished maybe in the next hour, perhaps. Thank you. Yeah, we were really pushing for a creepy, weird, unnaturally lit sort of skin tone. Good work, Wampa. What a legend. What a legend. Doing God's work, mate. I should make you a mod. All right, I think what we're going to do is a layer of varnish. I think I've got 3 or 4 mods and they're very rarely on here. One of them's never on here. He's my mate. He just got it. He just got a look in. Bucks and Benny. Actually, have I made you a mod, Bucks? No, we want the follow bots, mate. They're great. They're great for engagement from me. Do you want to be a mod, Bucks? Yeah, you're a co-host. Fair point. Of the saturation generation. The power of color. Slay the grey. Texture representer. No hue for you. Maybe. We'll come up with something, mate. Be great. Dano, you've dead set outdone yourself, mate. This is outrageously good. Why don't you paint like this all the time, you absolute sped? You could be such a good painter, you know. If you just applied yourself. I had that conversation many times at school. You could be really good, Trent, if you just applied yourself. Thank you. I'm going to go back and read my books. All right. I've got to do this because it's going to annoy me. I left a little join here and here. Good. Have you ever wondered why your models suck? With saturation generation, we can teach you so that you don't suck. You suck still. I was an excellent podcast host. Truly, I was. Insightful commentary, witty, very witty, very insightful. That was great. I'm unconvinced on the eyes. Do we glow? Do we glow the eyes up? Do we give the eyes something? Tukanoblu. G'day, mate. Do we maybe bring the eyes in? Thanks, mate. Do we maybe bring the eyes in with a glow? Do we glow airbrush some amber yellow so the eyes look like they're just a tiny bit of yellow glow? I'm uncertain at this stage. I did not sculpt it to Kanoblu. No, I have just painted this piece. I did not sculpt it, my friend. But I know the guy who did. He's a great man. His name's Carl Rudick. Glow the Eyes is a vote from Tomato Bird. Nice. Yellow Eye Glow. Are we going to do this? Maybe we are. All right. That's a yellow glow. Let's make that happen. We can do that. Do we use fluoro yellow? I think that might be a bit much. Might be a bit much. All right, a bit of yellow. Sunday morning rain is falling. Break some color, skin, some skin. Whoa, whoa. Branches in a storm. All right. Is this enough yellow intensity of color? No, I am going to need a color. I think I am actually going to use a little bit of fluorescent yellow. It's a little bit too greenish for my liking, but I think it'll work because I'm just going to use a tiny little bit of it. Just a tiny smidge. I think that's going to work. All right, let's try this. Might even zoom in for you so you can watch me fail at this paint job with my airbrush. Soft touch. Mm. All right, so I do want to just reintroduce a little bit of the dark color in the underlids. And then maybe we'll get a white dot at some point in the eyes. the eyes if we just add a little red. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. A little bit of red in his eyes. Oh yeah. A little bit of Jessica, here I am. A little bit of you makes me your vampire. Beep, beep. Jump up and down. Move it all around. No, yeah. Things just get so crazy and life gets hard to do. And someday it will lead me back to you. That someday it will lead me back to you. Good. All right. A little spot of white. And I think we might call it a day actually. Oh, thanks, Benny. Yeah, I've done everything I think I wanted to do. 15 months, eh? What a wild time. Just look at it over here. Yeah, I might just add a few little more yellow highlights on this gold thing. Benny. Celebrate Ben times, come on. It's a celebration. Celebrate Ben times, come on. Oh, there's a party going on around here. Now the band's here, let's celebrate. Well, that's a good question, Wampa. So, the Eels came off getting beaten by the Tigers, who were on the bottom of the ladder, and then following that up with absolutely demolishing, I think it was the Raiders this week. So, the Eels are a very hard team to tip. The Cowboys have been actually pretty consistent, and I think we're in with a chance. Yeah, I think we're in with a chance, mate. Well, Para have not won a premiership since the 80s. They're the longest premiership drought out there, aside from the teams who've never won one, of which there are. Oh, we're playing the Knights, are we? Oh, we'll flog the Knights. Yeah, Grease Monkey. Yeah, we'll flog the Knights. Go the Cowbies. Knights can't get out of their own road at the moment. Fucking hell, they're ordinary. I like it. What happened here, Deno? Oh, I chipped off a bit of paint. You absolute fucking mug, Deno. What are you doing? Just here. All right. Oh yeah, the Knights. Yeah, they flogged the Knights. Yep, fair. No, it'll be a good one. It'll be a good game. I think we'll certainly be competitive. Maybe, yeah, it'll be a close one. It depends if the Cowboys come up and bring, the way they've played the last couple of weeks. Oh, Storm member, yeah. Well, I wouldn't be complaining too much as a Storm member, mate. Fucking hell, how good did they go? Just going against the Warriors, just absolutely shellacking. It was awesome. I'm always happy when the Storm are going well because I'm a Queensland supporter and there's always lots of Queenslanders in the Storm team. So, yeah. All right, that's it. I'm calling this a day. I'm going to go and spray varnish it now with my spray can, and then we're going to put gloss varnish on the mouth. Oh, that would have been so awesome, man. So good. Wow. 70 points. I couldn't believe how many of them they scored in the second half. It was unreal. Gloss varnish. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, gloss varnish. Well, this has been a fun paint job, friends. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed painting it. It's been a real delight. Nothing. I'm just gonna I'm going to paint his mouth in gloss so we have a shiny black lips. And then I'm going to gloss this little gem. And I think we're going to call it. Call it a day. Yeah. It's Saturday for you, my friend. Sunday morning for me. But yes, I will indeed be back on Sunday morning. I'm desperately hoping I'll be back for my oath-sworn paint job, but should that not eventuate, I'll find something else to do. I'll probably play a board game on Sunday, actually, anyway. Oh, Cujo on Mage Night. Thanks, Tomato Bird. Appreciate that. I know you can't really see it because you're not here in my house, but the gloss on the lips looks really cool. Shiny. You look like free food. Yep, great. All right, that's it. That's it. We're doing it. Let's tape it off and sign it up and call it a day. Good feeling. Good feeling about that one. That's not bad for a 6-hour job. If you've never peeled tape off a model that you've painted before, I've got to tell you, it's the best. It's the best feeling. Just knowing that you shan't be touching it anymore. You can bask and enjoy all of your hard work. It's glorious. Oh, it's oddly satisfying to watch. You should try doing it, mate. Oof, it is sublime. Bit more of Deno's magnificent thingy there. All right, bit of big Deno paints. Sign in the back of this bad boy. Nice. I'll zoom out a bit so you can have a look at it from a distance. Because I think you get lost in the detail, but yeah, pretty satisfying. I wonder. I mean, would I have enjoyed the result more if I'd just done all of this purple or all of this green? Not sure. Tis good. I may actually make one tiny amendment based on something that Bunny said the other night. Don't tell anyone I did this after I signed it. It's bad juju. It's not really. Yeah, I like the two-tone skin. I think it works really well. But yeah, it's a bit of a sort of works against you in some ways. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, friends, what a glorious evening. I wasn't sure I was going to finish him tonight, but what a great Wednesday it's turned out to be. Yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to do next. If we're really lucky, the Iceworn set will be here by then, so I'll be able to paint that. But maybe we might go into another bust. Actually, maybe we might set up these three girls, and do them. Thanks, mate. Maybe we'll do them. Yeah, they came a week or two ago. Could do them. Painting some girly busts. Or I might just paint another figure. Knock another figure off the pile. Yeah, it looks a little different, mate. G'day, Pascal. We are actually just about to finish up, mate. I'm about to trundle off and take some photos of my new guy. So let's find someone to raid. Oh, thanks, mate. Who's in the chat? Boom. Boom. Let's go browsing. Miniature figures. Boom. Piss off, Dano. Mini Den's on. He's painting a Space Marine though, so you would never want to support anyone when they're doing that. Nalin's doing something. Assembling. That's boring. No one likes assembly. Here we go. That's French. This guy, Hox, I don't think I've seen him. What's he doing? What are you doing, Hoxie? What's your stream quality like? 648! We have a new record for worst stream. That is atrocious. Hoxie, just disgraceful. Just disgraceful. Tenacious Katie's working on Typhus. That's supporting Space Marines. I'm anti-Space Marine. What's this guy doing?
That's what it's all about. And so I'm glad we're finally
getting. Oh, this is this guy.
This is wonderful.
It's a no for him. Let's go brush for hire. He's a good dude. He's painting a shield. I'm supportive of shields, friends. I'm supportive of shields. You remember the last guy, don't you? Don't you? He had a blue mustache last time we were there. Ah, it's good times. Good times. All right, friends. Sunday morning I'll be playing some something,
Good morning, what's going on?
and then I'll be back on Party Monday.
Hear that PSA, man.
Have a great night, friends. Big dinner. Out.
Big Deno, what is going on? Big Deno and viewers, how's everyone doing? Show you guys the stuff I'm working on here. Right, Pascal, what's going on? How you doing? And all the cool kids in here right now, then. Show you guys some stuff we've done here with the Lord of Butterflies we got going on here. Thank you, Big Deno. I appreciate that. We got this we're working on. This is for Nova Open charity raffle. Gonna be going to Nova Open for their summer charity raffles, they call them. Prompt, thank you, appreciate that. Let's go, what's going on? Tomato Bird, how you doing? Show you guys what these are for a Warlord Titan. The King's Day here. Nice. Yeah. Not sure everything. Oh, got this. Because why the hell wouldn't we have one of these? The Ultra Soul Pikachu. What is King's Day? The Warlord Titan here, which I can't even show the whole thing on our camera, but that's what them shields are that I'm working with are gonna go on. There's the upper body here. Oh, the King's B Day. Gotcha, yeah. Here, I'll put on a full face cam so you guys can actually see this. This way, there we go. Got it. The giant guns are magnetized for the arm here. Get fucking here. That way, for transportation purposes, the client can take the arms off. There's gonna be a gun on each shoulder up here, and then there's the other camera. There's like 3 big shields that go along here that make this thing even wider. Get me a unit 10 of this, I know, right? Hey. Big Dennis, what were you working on, Pascal? What have you been working on? If anybody wants to show off anything you're working on. For those who are new, I'm Brush for Hire. This is what I do for a living. I do it here on stream on Twitch. I stream like 40 hours a week, answering questions, helping out any way I can. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. If anybody wants to show anything that you've been working on, painting, Instagram, whatever, please feel free to. This is the engine I'm working on here. Got our massive steel type leg going on there. Get a little bit of glazing going on there, add a little bit of color and things to that. But you laugh about the Warlord Titan, because I have a client who says that they want like a retinue of Warlord Titans. They want 3 full Warlord Titans, 3 Warlords, 3 Reapers, 3 Knights, and whatever else is in between, 3 of everything. Yeah, I was lurking in your stream watching you work on this the other day. Holy fuck, this is gorgeous. That is just disgustingly good. I'm loving it. Absolutely awesome. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, you've been getting a lot of really cool work, and I think this guy's already sold, so. Thankfully, it's a never-ending stream of work and stuff going on. Back to what I was doing here. Hi, Liz, thank you. Again, thank you. That means a lot to me, man, because you do a lot of beautiful work and good stuff. I'm always trying to push and challenge myself and grow and get better and do more interesting things, but I have the follow-up piece of Lord of Butterflies already planned out, and I'm going to be working on her because I'm going to do the Lady of Butterflies and have them as like companion pieces so I can Tomato Bird, thank you very much. Yeah, so those who didn't see earlier, this is the Lord of Butterflies, right? I took second place at